Welcome to Sedona. Got Caleb and Kona here with me, and I'm Amy. And thanks for joining us today for this little yoga practice. Have any props nearby that you like to practice with? We each have a block, but anything that you like just to make your practice a little more comfortable or help bring the earth up closer to you, feel free to go ahead and grab that. And we're going to start today's practice in a seated position. So finding yourself in a comfortable seat, maybe placing something up under your hips, like a block or a blanket or a pillow for some extra height. And start by turning the palms up towards the sky, so resting the back of the hands on your knees. And begin to close the eyes or find a soft gaze. Root your sit bones down into the earth and reach the crown of your head up towards the sky at the same time lengthening your spine. Take a big, deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it out. And start to continue breathing, keeping the mouth closed. So inhaling and exhaling out just through the nose. And as you're starting to breathe in this way, start to picture your heart. Picture your chest area inside the ribs. It's almost as if there's a balloon there. And every time you inhale, you fill that balloon up with air and you feel the ribs expand. And every time you exhale, that air then leaves the body and the ribs contract, the balloon deflates closer to the body. Begin to notice the quality and the texture of each breath you take. Notice any sounds your breath makes. Or any sensations that you feel as it leaves through the nostrils. And take just 4 more breaths here. Slowly start to open the eyes, blinking the eyes open slowly. Begin to tilt the right ear towards the right shoulder, gently creating some space in the left side of the neck. If it feels good, you can start to reach those left fingertips towards the earth. And gently start to roll the chin towards the chest. And bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, reaching the right fingertips towards the floor. Slowly start to bring the chin in towards the chest. And bring the right ear towards the right shoulder one more time, reaching that left arm out. And start to slowly move through center towards the left side. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Right fingertips reach out. Bring the head back up through center. Interlace your fingers at your chest. Take a big inhale and flip the palms up towards the sky, reaching the palms up. And as you exhale, bring the palms down in front of your face, knuckles facing outwards. Inhale, palms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, knuckles face away. Release the fingers, start to bring them back, the tailbone of your low back. Interlacing once more, take a big inhale here. As you exhale, reach the knuckles down towards the earth, straightening out the arms, opening the heart. Staying here for a full cycle of breath. Release the fingertips. Remove any block or blanket you might have had underneath your hips and start to come onto your hands and knees in tabletop position. Inhale, lift the heart forward, finding cow pose. Exhale, round through the spine, pulling the belly button up and in towards the spine. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the heart. This time send the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Gently allowing your body to work its way into this shape. So bending the knees as generously as you need. Maybe moving the hips side to side. Allowing the head to shake yes and to shake no. Take an inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. As you exhale, bring the heels down towards the earth. Let's do that twice more. Inhale up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, heels yearn towards the earth. Inhale, tiptoes. Exhale, heels come down towards the earth. Start to walk the hands back to your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, palms reach to the earth. Inhale, come to rise, reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the palms down to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands down to the mat, walking out to plank pose. Staying in plank for one breath. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Release the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the heart up for cobra. Exhale, send the hips up and back through tabletop to downward facing dog. Begin to walk the feet up to meet your hands this time at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rooting down through the feet, reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Take one breath in plank. As you exhale, slowly lower either all the way or halfway. raising the arms up, low lunge. Bring the palms together overhead. One last big inhale here. As you exhale, bring the hands down to frame that front foot, stepping it back into plank pose, and finding your way to downward facing dog. Choosing to do a vinyasa or not. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it up in between the hands. Drop the back knee. Come up onto the fingertips, lift the heart first before taking an inhale, reaching both arms up towards the sky. Bring the palms together over the head, shooting energy out through the fingertips. And as you exhale, frame that front foot. Step back to plank pose and choose your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts once more. Exhale, swing it up in between the hands, staying up off of that back knee. Swiveling the back foot down, rising up, warrior one. As you exhale, bring the hands at the low back, interlacing the fingers, reaching the knuckles down towards the earth, lift the heart up towards the sky. Release the hands, reach them all the way up, get long in the side body. As you exhale, open up the hips, find warrior two. Palms can be facing down or flipped up in this warrior two. Feeling the strength in the opening of the inner hips. Start to lean towards the front of your mat and bring that front arm either on the front thigh or maybe down to a block or the earth inside of your front foot. Extended side angle pose. Options here with the left arm to reach it all the way up towards the sky, or to start to bring the fingertips towards the front of your mat so that your left bicep is over your left ear. Start to circle that left arm as you straighten the front leg, maybe walking the back foot in a little bit, finding triangle pose. Both legs straight, not locking out the knees. Allowing the heart to open up towards the sky. Start to bend into that front knee, turn your toes to face the long edge of your mat. Bring the hands to hips. Take a big inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, fold in the wide-legged forward fold position. And allow your hands to go wherever they feel like being in this shape. So maybe grabbing the ankles, or maybe grabbing opposite elbows with your hands and just letting your torso rock back and forth. Just totally allowing the spine to surrender to gravity in this shape and releasing any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Wherever you have found your arms and your body, find your hands back to center underneath your shoulders. And start to turn both of your toes towards the top of your mat as you bend into your front knee. And bring both hands on the inside of that front right foot. Setting up for lizard lunge. You can stay here. You have the option to drop the back knee. And you have the option to walk your hands out as far as you'd like in front of you, even having the option to go down to the elbows if that feels good. And then in a shape like lizard lunge, I find it really helpful to use my breath to help me move deeper into this pose because it does not always feel great. So instead of pushing myself to go any further, I allow my breath to gently guide me to those deeper spots. Begin to roll the back toes up under, lifting the back knee up off the ground if you had it dropped. And bring that left foot up to meet the right, the top of your space, into a forward fold. Make peace fingers with your two hands and grab the big toes. Separate the feet about hip distance apart and just allow yourself to sink into this forward fold, using the toes to help allow the spine to release even more. Giving yourself as much of a bend in the knees here as you need. Letting the elbows just splay out to the side. Releasing the toes. Inhale, finding a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank pose. Choose your way through a vinyasa or not to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, swing that knee up in between the hands. Swiveling the back foot down. Inhale, reaching the arms up tall, warrior one. Bringing the palms to interlace at the low back, this time in the awkward position, so the other thumb on top. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, start to pull the knuckles down towards the earth, straightening the arms. Release the fingers, start to open up, warrior two. Turning your hips to face the long edge of your mat. Right toes pointing forward. Rooting down through the knife edge of that back foot. Start to reach forward and begin to place that front arm either on the thigh or on the block or on the ground, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, extended side angle. Once again on this side, you have the option to reach straight up or over the ear. Release your jaw, release any tension in the neck. Start to circle that right arm as you straighten the front leg and find yourself in triangle pose, bringing that right arm back up to the sky. Rooting down through the big toe mound of that front foot and being careful to not lock out the knees. Start to bend into that front knee, reaching both arms up and turning the toes towards the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift your gaze. As you exhale, fold in a wide-legged forward fold. And once again, find something different to do with the arms this time that you did not do on the other side. And allow any gentle movements of rocking back and forth that want to happen to be there. toes towards the front of your mat as you bend into that front knee and walk the hands around. And heel toe that left foot all the way over to the left so that both hands can fit on the instep. Keeping the back knee lifted or dropping it down. Finding your lizard pose on this left side. Walking the hands out or perhaps going down to the elbows. Finding where your body wants to be on this side, knowing it might be different than the other. Good. Come up off that back knee if you had it dropped. Bring the back foot up to meet the front at the top of your space, but this time keep the feet a little bit wide, about the width of your mat, and sink the hips down to find Malasana Yogi Squat. So turning the heels in, toes out to face about 10 and 2 o'clock. And bringing palms up towards the heart center. You can even use your elbows to press the knees out a little bit. Always have the option to put a block underneath your tailbone. And take a few breaths in this seated position, allowing the low back to release. Down behind you, allow the butt to come towards the earth, and scoot back towards the middle of your mat so that you can stretch your right leg long out in front of you, and pull the left heel in towards the right groin. Square your shoulders up towards the front of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, leading with your heart, start to fold over that straight right leg, allowing the hands to fall wherever they land. Keeping that foot flexed. And once again, using the breath here to keep this an active stretch, an active posture, constantly moving deeper and deeper into the shape. Body and through the spine. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Stretching both legs out in front of you this time. Flexing both feet. Lengthening through your spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, surrender and fold. Inhale, start to make your way back up to seated position. Pull the left heel in towards the right glute, letting the left knee face the top of the mat. And bring that right knee to stack it on top of the left, so pulling that right heel in towards the left glute. Inhale, press down through the fingertips behind you, lift the heart. Maybe you stay here, maybe as you exhale you start to walk the hands forward a little bit, creating space in the outer right hip. And really inviting any kind of release here. We hold a lot of things, a lot of tension, a lot of tightness in our outer hips. Just allowing that to totally be released. Start to walk the hands back. Straighten the legs out. Give them a little shake if that feels good. A little rock side to side. And switching sides. So this time, whatever knee was on top, put it on the bottom this time. Stack the knee that was on bottom on the top by pulling those heels in towards the opposite glutes. Lifting the heart up. Starting with lengthening the spine first before finding if you want to fold or walk the hands out further. Start to walk the hands back towards the knees, unfolding the legs, straightening them out, and slowly allow your lower back or your whole back to lower down towards the earth, controlling each vertebrae as you find yourself in a lying down position. And once you arrive here, pull the right knee in towards your chest. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, start to pull that right knee over the left side of the body, coming into reclined spinal twist. Letting the right arm reach out towards the right side, even turning the gaze in that direction if it feels okay on your neck. Inhale, coming back through center. And switching sides, so releasing the right leg towards the earth. Pulling the left knee in towards the chest. Giving yourself a big inhale here. And as you exhale, you start the twist, bringing that left knee over the right side of the body. Moving on to the outer side of the right hip. Letting the gaze fall to the left. slowly start to press yourself up and keeping your gaze inward. Start to return to that comfortable seat at the top of your space where we started our practice. Place the palms on your heart, one on top of the other. Breathe into this space. Thanks for joining us. Come on, Kona. Oh.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for joining me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Come on, beer.